You don't need to be Mark Zuckerberg or a tech expert to start a software or SaaS company. Recently, in one of my talks, someone asked me, Juan Luis, what is the easiest way to start a software or technology company? And I clearly wanted to share this methodology with you, which is how I started. Well, you're probably wondering who this guy is. If he's going to sell you some course, some methodology, high ticket, or things like that. Clearly not. I'm here to share my experience of how I started Waticket, my software company specialized in customer service. And in fact, it was during the pandemic, without knowing how to program, without investors, and a guy with total lack of knowledge in the software industry. This advice is for these two profiles, which are usually the ones who want to enter this industry, or they are software developers or engineers, both. And then there are ordinary people like me who want to start a tech company but don't have this technical knowledge. What is the easiest way? And it's how I did it. It's one, validating the idea as quickly as possible. In what sense? And I'll give you a fact. Most people make this mistake, both profiles, and it's that they have this mindset that they think the product comes first and then the customer. They start bidding, developing the software, the system, and it can take 6 months, a year developing, and only then do they start looking for clients. And when they launch, well, no one wants to use it because they don't need it or they want it for free. And that's where I also made that mistake of developing a system over a year with a team and everything, but in the end, no one wants it. And that mistake taught me to change that mentality to first the customer, then the product. I'll tell you why. When I started Waticket, well, I didn't have developers. I didn't know how to program. So what I did was, okay, I have the idea, but I'm missing the product. And actually the product is already ready, similar ones, but it's already ready. I took one of my competitors and resold it under a brand I had created. And what was my goal with this? To sell to 10 clients. If I managed to sell using any tactics, sell to 10 clients, then obviously it was inevitable to reach 101,000 much more easily because there were already clients who would pay, right? And that's how I got the first clients and validated the idea. Now, if you want to do it a bit more professionally, if you have development knowledge, you can buy a ready-made idea. For example, there are platforms like Code Canyon, there are open source systems. So you're already starting with something that is ready rather than building something from scratch. Now, if you tell me, hey, Juan Luis, this idea I have is unique, it doesn't exist in the world, it's only in my idea, it's in my head, and where do I buy that? Suspicious, because one, it's unlikely that idea doesn't exist. They always come when I do these consultations, questions come, or people with this, I have the only idea. It happens on few occasions. Most people don't do their research as they should. I mean, the idea you have already exists. It's just a matter of researching it, and then you join their affiliate system and start selling. Why do I say that sales have to come first? Because the future of your company depends on it. Because if you don't have customers, you have nothing. It is the customers who will pay you, invest in your technology, in your programmers, salespeople, in everything. If there are no customers, then there is no company. So these are the two ways you should start as quickly as possible. In this first stage, as a founder, your job is 100% sales. You have to tell your story, explain what it's for, get in front of the camera, that's what I'm doing, go out and sell. Literally, get out everywhere to let the world know about that idea you have, because otherwise, even if it's very good, no one will use it. That's the mistake many founders make when they're starting out. They think customers will come by magic, which doesn't happen. So validate your idea as quickly as possible with an existing product or by setting up a system based on open source or templates that already exist on platforms like the ones I mentioned and start learning to sell. There is no platform I know of that survives without customers. Everyone needs clients. So whatever your idea is, leave it here in the comments so I can tell you if it's an original idea. And if it already exists, I'll still send you the platforms and links so you can check them out, buy them, and start your software company. Any questions? Leave them in the comments. So see you in the next video.